If your insurance agent keeps pushing one specific policy, stop. There's a reason they want to show you alternatives, and it has nothing to do with what's best for your family. I'm about to expose the exact pressure tactics many agents are trained to use, the psychological tricks they rely on, and the real reason they're obsessed with getting you to sign today. Because once you understand what's happening behind the scenes, you'll never look at insurance agents the same way again. Imagine this. You walk into an insurance office thinking you're going to be guided, advised, protected. But instead, the agent is secretly under pressure from their company to sell a policy that pays them a massive commission, even if it has the worst option for you. This isn't a conspiracy. This isn't rare. This is the industry standard, and most Americans have no idea. That ends today. Most people believe insurance agents are financial advisors, someone who listens, understands your needs, and helps you make smart decisions. But the truth, in many cases, the insurance industry operates much more like high-pressure sales than personal guidance. Agents are trained to sell. Agents are pushed to meet quotas. Agents are rewarded with bonuses, trips, prizes, and commissions, all tied to specific policies they're told to prioritize. So what happens? The product that pays the agent the most becomes the product they push the hardest. And here's what makes it worse. They don't just recommend these policies. They use pressure tactics to make sure you say yes quickly before you have time to research, compare, or even think clearly. You've probably experienced some of these without realizing it. Rates are going up tomorrow. We need to lock this in today. This is the most popular option. Everyone chooses this. 1. You'll regret passing this up. Let's do the paperwork now and adjust later. These are not coincidences. These are industry sales scripts. In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain and showing you why agents push certain policies even when they're not right for you. How commissions and bonuses warp recommendations. The subtle psychological tricks used to create fear and urgency. The biggest red flags you should never ignore. How to know if you're re-talking to an honest advisor or a salesperson with a quota. And most importantly, how to protect yourself. This isn't about attacking all agents. There are amazing, honest ones out there. But to find them, you must understand how the game is played, who profits from confusion, and why being uninformed can cost you thousands of dollars. By the time you finish this video, you'll be able to walk into any insurance meeting with confidence, clarity, and complete control, because when you know the truth, you cannot be manipulated. Absolutely. Here is your full 7-part script. Each section approximately 350 words, highly engaging, deeply detailed, and structured with storytelling, psychology, and real consumer insight. Following that, you'll get a strong closing plus CTA. When most people sit down with an insurance agent, they assume one thing: this person is here to help me. But behind the friendly smile, the handshake, the coffee, and the don't worry, I'll explain everything. There's something you rarely told. Every agent has a hidden agenda shaped by their company. Insurance companies don't operate on kindness. They operate on targets. And those targets trickle down directly to the agents you're talking to. Every month, agents must hit sales quotas or face consequences. Lost bonuses, lower commissions, pressure from managers, or even job insecurity. Many need to sell a certain number of policies to stay in the company's good books. And guess which policies get pushed hardest? Not the ones that are best for you, but the ones that pay them the most. This is why in so many meetings, even before agents know your income, your family situation, your debts, your long-term goals, they already have a product in mind. And the moment you mention help, they start steering the conversation toward it. Here's the dangerous part. Most customers don't even realize they're being guided. It feels like advice, but it's sales. Agents are trained in conversation dominance, keeping you talking just enough, but never long enough to question the recommendation. They use terms like, "This is our most popular plan. This is what I chose for my own family. This gives you the best of both worlds," but none of these statements tell you the truth. The real truth is that the recommended policy is often chosen because it hits a company sales target tied to bonuses, contests, and prizes. This isn't villainy, it's survival. But the real victim is the consumer who walks away thinking they got a good deal, when in reality, they got what the agent needed to sell, not what they needed to buy. And this is just the beginning, because in part 2, we dive into the money, the commission system no one talks about. If you want to understand why the wrong insurance policy is pushed so aggressively, follow the money. Everything in the insurance world revolves around commissions, and the difference between policies is staggering. For example, here's a shocker most people never hear. A simple term, life insurance policy, often pays an agent a few $100s, but a whole life policy can pay thousands, even tens of thousands in commission, depending on the size. So which one do you think gets pushed the hardest? Exactly the one that makes the agent the most money. And this is where consumers get trapped. You assume the recommendation is based on your needs, But in reality, it's based on the agent's paycheck. The commission structure in the insurance industry is designed to make certain products irresistible to agents. Large upfront commissions, huge renewal commissions, bonuses, incentive trips, awards, and recognition. Cash rewards for hitting sales numbers. Companies reward agents not for helping people, but for pushing the highest profit products. This is why you'll notice something bizarre during your meetings. Even if you clearly say you want an affordable plan, even if you say you're on a budget, even if you say you're just exploring, certain agents will keep redirecting you to expensive permanent policies like whole life or universal life, even when they make 0 cents for your financial situation. And here's the twist. Agents are trained to position these costly policies as long-term wealth-building tools, even when they're inappropriate for 80% of families. This isn't about helping you, it's about a commission so large they want you to walk out the door without signing. In the next part, we expose exactly how agents use psychology, fear, and urgency to pressure you into buying quickly. Agents know that if you walk out of the meeting without signing, there's a high chance you'll research, compare, or talk to someone else. And once that happens, their sale and their commission could disappear. So they use pressure tactics designed to make you sign today, before you have time to think. Here are the most common. 1. The rates are increasing soon scare. Agents use fake urgency to make you panic. Prices are going up next week. So let's lock this in today. Reality, rates don't randomly spike overnight. Insurance pricing changes slowly and is regulated. 2. The you'll lose coverage if you don't act now trick, they might say. Your health won't get better from here. Waiting will make this expensive. This is designed to trigger fear about your mortality or future health. 3. The everybody chooses this plan authority trick. This tactic relies on peer pressure. If you think everyone else picked the same policy, it must be right. Right, wrong. 4. The let's fill out the paperwork now move. This is a psychological trap. Once a customer begins filling forms, a sense of commitment kicks in. 5. The fake limited time discount offer. Insurance isn't retail. There are no Black Friday discounts or buy today and save 25% deals. But agents use this trick because it works. 6. The I'm on your side bonding script. Agents are taught to build rapport quickly. Talking about family, hobbies, or interests creates trust fast, but the bonding is often strategic, not genuine. 7. To confuse you into agreement technique. If you don't understand the policy details, you're more likely to defer to their advice. The more confused you are, the easier the sale becomes. In part 4, we'll break down the biggest red flags that tell you immediately if an agent is pushing the wrong policy. Not every insurance agent is bad, but every consumer needs to know the warning signs that you're dealing with someone who cares more about commissions than your financial security. Here are the red flags that should instantly make you cautious. 1. They recommend a policy before asking about your situation. If an agent suggests whole life or universal life in the first 5 minutes, run. They don't know enough about you to recommend anything. 2. They avoid explaining cheaper options. If an agent refuses to discuss term life or keeps downplaying it, they're pushing higher commission policies. 3. They use guilt or fear phrases like, if you don't buy now, your family will suffer. This is emotional manipulation. 4. They don't give you a written comparison. A good agent shows side-by-side comparisons of term, whole, and universal. A bad agent hides the numbers. 5. They get defensive when you ask questions. If the moment you ask why this policy, they get annoyed or vague, that's a warning. 6. They push you to sign immediately. Honest agents tell you, take your time, read everything, ask me anything. 7. They won't show you their commission. Honest agents are transparent about how they're paid. Shady ones avoid the question. 8. They keep using complicated words. Overly technical language is used to confuse you and keep you relying on the agents. Expertise. 9. They insist whole life is an investment. This is the biggest misleading pitch in the industry. 10. They get paid more if you buy the policy they pushed, and they won't tell you that. Identifying these red flags empowers you to walk into every meeting with confidence. But how do you tell if you're talking to an honest agent? Part 5 reveals the traits of the good ones. Good insurance agents exist and they can be life-changing, but you have to know how to recognize them. Honest agents are rare because they prioritize your needs over their commission. Here's how to spot one immediately. 1. They ask about your complete financial picture. They ask dozens of questions. Income, debts, kids, retirement goals, mortgage, savings, health, because they want to recommend the right plan, not a high commission policy. 2. They educate you, not sell you. A good agent explains terms simply. Premium, cash value, riders, renewability, term lengths. They help you understand, not confuse you. 3. They tell you when you don't need certain coverage. A great agent will say, you don't need that, it's unnecessary. This honesty builds trust. 4. They show multiple options. They compare term versus whole versus universal versus no medical versus group insurance and explain pros and cons clearly. 5. They encourage you to research. They literally say, take your time. If you want to compare with another agent, that's smart, because they're confident in their integrity. 6. They're transparent about commissions. They don't hide how they get paid. 7. They don't push permanent insurance without good reason. Sometimes whole life is right, but only for the right person, at the right time, for the right purpose. 8. They talk about long-term planning, not just policies, but real financial strategy, like estate planning, income replacement, tax planning, and legacy goals. An honest agent cares about your future, not their next bonus. In Part 6, we expose how insurance companies train agents to use psychological strategies to close sales. Most consumers have no idea that insurance agents go through sales psychology training, not financial advisor training. This training teaches them how to guide your emotions, not just your decisions. Here are some of the actual tactics agents learn. 1. The pain point excavation technique. Agents are trained to make you relive emotional moments, a loss, a scare, a financial stress, because people buy emotionally and justify logically. 2. The future catastrophe visualization trick. They paint worst-case scenarios. Family struggling, debts unpaid, children unprotected. This triggers protective instincts, leading to fast decisions. 3. The anchoring trick. Agents show an extremely high-priced policy first. Then they show a cheaper one, which suddenly feels reasonable. You feel like you're saving money, even if you're overpaying. 4. The silence pressure technique. They pause after quoting the price. Humans hate awkward silence. So many people fill it by saying yes. 5. The friendly advisor persona. Agents are trained to mirror your behavior, tone, posture, personality, because people buy from people who feel like them. 6. The commitment step trick. Getting you to say yes to small things. Filling forms, providing info increases the likelihood of a final yes. 7. The fear of missing out narrative. They talk about rising prices, expiring chances, limited time offers, even if none of it is true. Once you see these tactics, you'll recognize them instantly, and you'll instantly gain power in every meeting. In Part 7, we talk about the smartest way to protect yourself from being pressured into buying the wrong policy. The best way to protect yourself in the insurance world is simple. Control the conversation. Don't let the agent control you. Here's how. 1. Always compare policies. Get quotes from at least 3 different agents or platforms. Comparison kills manipulation. 2. Ask this question first. What commissions do you earn? Watch their reaction. A confident, honest agent will answer clearly. 3. Demand a side-by-side breakdown. Ask for a comparison of term, whole, and universal. If they won't provide it, walk away. 4. Take the policy home before signing. Never commit inside the office. 5. Search online reviews. Many agents with bad reputations rely on uninformed customers. 6. Bring a financially smart friend. A second voice reduces emotional pressure. 7. Request the agent's license number. Licensed, ethical agents have no problem sharing it. 8. Ask, what would you buy if you were in my situation? Watch for hesitation. Honest agents answer directly. Sales-focused agents deflect. 9. Sleep on it. No legitimate policy will disappear in 24 hours. 10. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. At the end of the day, insurance is not about fear. It's about preparation, protection, and making sure your family is secure. And when you're informed, you can't be manipulated. Insurance doesn't have to be confusing. It doesn't have to be stressful. And it definitely doesn't have to be a game where agents push what benefits them instead of you. The more you understand how the industry works, the more power you have, the more confidence you have, and the more money you save while protecting your family the right way. If you found this video helpful, if it opened your eyes, or if it saved you from getting pressured into the wrong policy, then make sure you subscribe to InsureByte for smarter insurance education. Like this video so more people can avoid getting tricked. Comment your questions. I respond to as many as possible. Together, we're building the most informed insurance community on the internet. Because you deserve the truth, not sales tactics.